Right, welcome. So, this has been long rumoured. It's now semi-confirmed. So, way back in the beginning of September, we heard that the REY movie writer, which is Stephen Knight, was basically focusing on other things, okay? And that he will not be writing the REY movie anymore. So that was back in early December. We'll take a look at that in a minute, but now we're getting more reports from other individuals that are just confirming what has already previously been said. So this is Matthew Belloni's Puck newsletter. Matthew Belloni, industry insider, basically, has broken quite a lot of stories here and there. And so on his newsletter, he says, more disturbance in the Lucasfilm force. Yet another Star Wars filmmaker has exited the Lucasfilm galaxy. I'm told Stephen Knight, the veteran screenwriter who created Peaky Blinders, is off the new Jedi film, project set to be directed by Sharmina Bay-Chinoy and star Daisy Ridley. Knight was enlisted last year after previous writers Damon Lindelof and Justin Britt Gibson were also hired with much fanfare and then later dropped as well. So Lucasfilm is now hunting for a new writer on New Jedi Order, which almost certainly means that the film will not be ready by December 2026. And that is the date Disney scheduled for that film. The date follows Jon Favreau's Mandalorian and Grogu, which just wrapped shooting, is on track for May 26. But Disney has not named the Lucasfilm, the December film. My brain today, sorry. Kathy Kennedy, who is somehow still running Lucasfilm. How is she still running it? Could drop another of the various Star Wars projects on that date, but that would mean starting production very soon. So I'm betting Disney will abandon the December slot, just like it did this week with Marvel's Blade movie. So this just confirms what had previously been stated. I mean, this film is probably dead. Like, it is probably dead. They've never had a script, and so this is just another instance of the film industry going about things in completely the wrong way. So, they will announce a film's release date without a script locked in. They go, right, we're going to make this film. That's the release date. Let's go. Right, okay. So you're working backwards from a release date. Sometimes they don't even have an idea for a story. Both films mentioned in this video actually had exactly the same situation. Blade, they announced the release date. Yeah, nah, just completely garbage. No script in hand. This film, release date, no script in hand. Barely an idea, some semblance of an idea. So, yeah, Stephen Knight. And this also goes back to another thing which people have said a lot. And I've said it, and I genuinely think this is the case. So notice when they announce all of these things, it's always around earnings calls. It's always around like investors calls and quarter earning calls, all these kind of things. They always do this to inflate the stock price. I'm damn sure of it. The amount of films they have announced at key, very, very key times of the year, always before their investors calls, their quarter earnings calls. And the amount of them that have been made is incredible. I.e., basically none of them have been made. They've all been fired and scrapped and pushed to the wayside. So, yeah, Stephen Knight is focusing on Peaky Blinders. He's done. And I reckon they announced Stephen Knight, again, just to get someone on board so they could boost their stock. They probably paid him to be able to use his name. And I know it doesn't sound crazy to me. I genuinely think that they did that. He wasn't ever going to be doing this. He was never working on it. I guarantee you he was never working on it. So let's take a look, see what was released in September. I did a video on this, but just to remind you guys, because this has now basically been confirmed, Stephen Knight, who's supposed to be penning the script, again, not anymore, for the REY movie starring Daisy Ridley and being directed by Sharmina Bay-Chinoy, announced plans to launch a new studio in Los Angeles. This announcement has Star Wars fans speculating that the REY film might be getting significantly delayed or completely scrapped. I don't know if Kathleen Kennedy's ego can handle this being scrapped. Delayed, sure. So Ben Sidwell of the BBC reported that Stephen Knight, the creator of Peaky Blinders, announced plans to open a studio in LA in the US. I'm going to open a Digbeth Lock studio here where people can go and look at what we're doing, see pictures, decks and video of what's happening, so people in LA can experience what we're doing at Digbeth. This is what he said. So the announcement comes as Knight gears up to begin production on a Peaky Blinders movie, which they're already doing, to which he shared details of where they plan on filming. We'll be shooting at Digbeth Lock, and we found some unbelievably good locations around Birmingham and West Midlands. We'll be at the Black Country Living Museum again. There will be locations around the country as well. And of note, he said, yeah, this is the end of the first chapter of Peaky Blinders. So there's going to be more movies, obviously. And then previously, you know, off the back end of that, WDW Pro said he's wrapped up in opening studios. That is no small endeavour. And our understanding was he was supposed to be working with the REY movie with Sharmina Bey-Chinoy with Lucasfilm. And that would be an ongoing process, it seems to us. That we could be wrong, but it seems to us that he's now not going to be working on the movie and we'll just be focusing on Peaky Blinders. So that makes everyone wonder if the REY movie has been delayed such that he can work on this for years and years and come back to it later, or he's been removed. Well, allegedly he's just been removed. Yeah, obviously that will not portend well for the REY movie either. So that's where we're being led to believe. So, I mean, how many writers has this movie had now? I mean, that's really bad. That's crazy. So, again, Matthew Bologna of Puck. Again, he's dropped some key stuff over the years. So this is, I would say this is, we can take this to the bank. So they're looking for a new writer. New writer, completely delayed. What a disaster of a film. And this comes not too far away from their next earnings call as well. So this does not bode well unless we get an announcement on that call that we've got a new writer, which could happen. But what do you guys think? What do you make of this? Genuinely, I would love to hear your thoughts on this one. So again, previous rumour basically confirmed now. Or corroborated by other individuals working in the industry. So, yes, some of these rumours do come true. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop it down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Turn those bell notifications on. And please do support the channel further, guys. YouTube is nerfing the channel at the moment. Don't know why. Not quite sure what's going on. But notifications aren't going out, annoyingly. So if you like what I do, please do follow me over on Patreon. You can do so for as little as $2 a month, and it really does help the channel out. That's linked down below in the description box. Cheers, take care, bye bye now.